Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to start with a new topic from civics. Before we start with our lesson or a new topic, I want you to see a few images and try to guess which chapter are we going to deal with. So here are some pictures for you. I hope you are able to guess what I want to tell you. So here we can find certain pictures related to the doctors, medicines, the healthcare, or the medical services in our country. So here are a few more pictures which take us towards our lesson. Some news articles, some cutouts related to the COVID-19 or the coronavirus, some influenza cases, some cutouts from the old newspapers. So now I hope it's very clear what lesson are we going to do. Yes, I think you are guessing it right. So let's begin with our lesson. So we are going to start with unit number 2 about state government, and the lesson that we are going to deal with today is role of government in health. So in this particular chapter we are going to see how health is important and how our government plays an important role in the good health of the people in the state or in the country, how it can help the people in being healthy. So here we go. I think she is worried about something. Let's see what question she has. Oh, she wants to know what is health. So as the name of our chapter is related to health, she is worried about what exactly is health. So let's see if we can help her. Oh wow, someone is trying to give us the definition. So here, health means the ability to remain free of illness and injuries. I repeat that definition for you. Health means ability to remain free of illness and injuries. Do you now think that health is only about diseases? Obviously not. It is also related, or it is also about the clean drinking water facilities, good sanitation and hygiene, pollution and stress-free environment as well. So we can relate health with so many different things. We say if a person is injury free and illness free, or he is without any disease, it is health. If that person is getting good water, good sanitation, proper hygiene, and most important, if there is less of pollution and less of stress, it directly relates to our health. Let's see what exactly is health. So the word health is derived from an old English word called hale, meaning whole or being whole, sound or well. Now, I think you can define health very well. So now let's see a proper definition of health. The World Health Organization, which we call as WHO, the WHO, defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely the absence of disease. So, when you are physically well, physically positive, we say you're healthy. Your mental health depends upon the stress level that you have or the pressure that you take upon. And social well-being, yes, that is most important part. When you are social, you're friendly with people, you talk to the people around you, you are well. And so the World Health Organization defines health as, I repeat, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely the absence of disease. So we can say when you're positive with your physical fitness, your mental fitness, and your social, you are said to be in a state of health. That is known as your health. So now let us proceed with the next part. Now let's see some of the aspects of healthcare in India. We have certain situations or certain aspects that we are going to compare, which are given in the first and the second column over here. So let's see, as mentioned here, large number of medical colleges in the world. So this statement actually says that our country has a large number of colleges when compared to the world. And it is also among the largest producers of doctors. Approximately 15,000 doctors pass out every year or qualify every year. If this is the case, on the other hand, most of the doctors, they are happy to settle in the urban areas and many less willingly go to the rural areas. And so the health condition in the rural areas is quite poor compared to the urban areas. The healthcare facilities have grown over years. Number of hospitals have become more than double since 1991. So if we just compare that in the year 1950, there were only 2,717 hospitals in India, and in around 1991, there were 11,174, and by 2000, the number grew up to 18,218. So it's more than double of the number of hospitals which were there in 1950. And similarly, on the other hand, though we have so many different hospitals and developed healthcare facilities, people are still suffering from so many different diseases like tuberculosis and malaria. So we are still finding it difficult to get the medicines for these particular diseases or vaccines which could prevent these particular diseases. But we hope that we get the vaccines for such kind of diseases very soon. And I know that we all are waiting for the most important vaccine these days, that is for the COVID-19, the pandemic that is spreading very widely all over the world. It's like hoping for the best, we get vaccines for these kind of diseases or the pandemics. And if we keep our surroundings and sanitation and other things hygienic, yes, the diseases will themselves go away. You are not going to get attacked by such illness. So let's move further. So we talk about medical tourism. So what is medical tourism? So people from different places, or we say people from different countries, come to India for certain treatments in particular hospitals, which provide best services when compared with the world. And why do you think these people travel all the way to India for the purpose of medicine? Because we know there are so many countries who are developed than our country. But the most important reason is it's economically affordable to everyone, at least for the people who come from abroad. And the most important and the ancient medicine facility that we have, which is related to Ayurveda. And so people prefer coming to our country, and that is known as the medical tourism. But still, we have certain problems like clean drinking water. So we have most of the communicable diseases spreading through the water, or we call it as the waterborne diseases. For example, we have heard about the word diarrhea, hepatitis, worms, etc. There are many more to jot down, but these are a few examples. These are some communicable diseases which are waterborne. And finally and proudly, we could say that India is the third largest producer of medicines in the world, as well as a large exporter of medicines. In spite of being the third largest producer and the largest exporter, many children in our country are undernourished. And this is due to the inadequate supply of food resources or inadequate supply of certain basic medicines to these areas. And hopefully we would also get some solutions for this in near future. So now as we discuss this particular table or these two columns, I just want you to think for certain titles for these columns. This is what we discussed. Maybe we could say some positive points about the healthcare in India and some of the negative aspects of the healthcare in the country. So these were certain, these are the titles which I thought of. Like it says positive and negative aspects of healthcare. But you could come up with more interesting titles for these columns. So waiting for your titles, I would really appreciate if you could come up with the good titles for these particular columns, and I would take your feedback in the next session when we meet. So till then, take care of yourselves, be healthy, stay inside. Thank you so much. Bye till then.